God, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Gloves, wallet, extra GoPro, not gonna bring. Anyways, let's do this. Alright, Gem Gagi, everybody. So, found out this week that something bad has happened. Something really bad. Really bad. Like memories sound so close to memories. Which is kind of funny. That's going to relate in a little while. Things change in life. And sometimes they're unexpected. We're going to make our journey back into time. Oh, that's even more sad that you got the ambulance down there. Oh no, it's in the big mansion. Oh, well, at least they got good insurance. Or maybe they were just trying to go to the ocean. Who knows? I don't know where to start this. So everybody knows I am a physical therapist assistant, and I started my career back in 2009. So in a couple of years there, I will say that I didn't do it because I was doing my own rehab. My own rehab was my back injury. But I'm looking at getting back into it in the next month or two, and hopefully continue my journey in this crazy little career. Sorry about the sun. If I can give one suggestion, don't shit where you eat. Let me start back over. I started with this company. Oh, Jesus Christ. These fucking bumps are killing my balls. Maybe it's trying to tell me to stay away from some part of this video, but I'll figure that out. Depends on where all the bumps are. I started with this company as soon as I graduated college from PTA school, and I met Craig. Craig became a very huge part of my life over the last multiple years, but you know, oh Jesus, you know, construction, but they do not think of motorcyclists, and this is my most cushy bike. Oh Jesus, and it is not friendly. I don't know. We're gonna have to keep jumping around. You're gonna have to keep following me. I met Craig with my first wife, and I ended with this company after my second wife. This place just meant so freaking much to me because here I am. I'm back on track. So 2010 started with MFA and did exactly 1 year back at my Yorktown location where I hurt my back. Did exactly 1 year, and I left, and I met my second wife. At the time I didn't know that it was going to be my second wife, but I met her at a whole nother facility. So we started to date, and she left due to unseen circumstances. She went over to the company I used to work for, which was MFA. And 6 months later, I came over to the same facility. And for 5.5 years, we worked at this place. Well, this is the Grand something, Poobah, whatever it is. This was the flagship of MFA. This was in the works for over 10 years to make and create. Man, they had so many dreams of where this place was going to be. They were going to have memory unit, they were going to have skilled nursing, which is people, after you go to a hospital for, I think it's 3 days minimum stay, and you cannot take care of yourself, you go to a skilled nursing facility. Then you go home, and then you get home health. By 2021, the company MFA decided that no, we're going to sell. And that was really the dagger that was stuck into the dragon and killed the whole entire thing. You know, I've been a part of 3 other companies of buyouts, and I've never seen one end up for the better. You know, it just always got worse and worse. And honestly, it did. As soon as they took over, we weren't having wipes, we weren't having washcloths, without wipes and without washcloths, because washcloths were the things wiping ass. We just had a huge decline in quality. And with the new company, they outsourced the food. So, you know, MFA used to be one company, and then it became individual companies. And in the States here in America, if you don't have 250 employees, they don't have to give you health insurance. There's no law, and just shit was hitting the fan. So here it is. This is, this parking lot would have been full. So we're just gonna go ahead in here. Yeah, this would be a packed house right now, and obviously not. And there's no warning. There's nobody telling you. I went up on the website today, and they're still doing tours. But there's some people still here. So I used to park either right there or right over there at the very end. And you know, I was a habit-of creature. I liked having a specific thing. So they had these things that you could go outside and sit. Man, I walked so many patients around this building. At least they're paying their garbage people to take it away. It just really is a beautiful facility inside, and it's so sad. I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I spent in this facility. Who knows? I might get kicked out of here. But they had small little patios that you could, like the high-end patients could get. I don't even know where I should park, because I'm probably just going to get kicked out of here anyway. So I'm going to go outside here. This is the great thing about being a motorcycle. Let's see if I can go in here. You know what? This is a nice shaded little area. See you in a second. No name pipe. And Milan Reflections. Thought it was the best one to have today to try out. It smells and tastes is about the same. I might have to buy more of this because it smells fantastic. It's sweet. Right there, there's a blocked off area. It was for the patios out back. Well, they had a problem when they were building it that the state said if somebody fell outside, how often would somebody come and check on the patient? that they could pay somebody to always be, you know, watching the patient. So that kind of, but it was nice occasionally that, you know, a family member would come up and ask for the key and get their loved one to be able to go out on the patio. But that was a huge selling point that never could be sold, because they couldn't, I mean, they could go out whenever they wanted to, but it just never worked. You know, when you think of good times in your life and then you find out that it's closing down, now some other company might take it over, but, and I guess it really died when the new company bought it. But there's always that hope that, you know, the company will turn around and, you know, care for their patients. When you think about all the good times you had in there, you're just like, fuck, you know, like, memories. I guess that's life. What do they say? All good things must come to an end. So they were in, I guess, V shapes, and there was 4 of them, and there was 30 patients per V, and there was a nursing station and a like dining area for every V. So there's 4 Vs. Like I said, there's 30 patients in each V. Many of them had private bathrooms. Some of them did share, but they would try to take a patient that didn't use the bathroom and put a patient that does. There was a quick story. There was a patient of mine. She was here for 100 days. And on her last day that she was here, she found out, she didn't grow up here, she grew up in Michigan. On her last day, she found out that somebody she went to high school with was in another area of this facility, and they could have been talking. Just weird how small the world is, that all of a sudden, you know. So I brought her over there, and she, you know, she was able to say hello and everything. You know, good times. I could probably sit here for 24 hours and tell stories about this place. Some bad, of course, and then some are great. So many patients. But if you own a company, make sure you got good management, because if not, this is why they keep struggling, and then all of a sudden they close. So my guess is this is only a 15-year-old building. You take a 30-year-old loan, multiple millions of dollars. Rent's got to be high. You want to know why they don't want it? They don't want to pay the rent anymore. They can't manage it. They don't want to manage. They got out of management. Even therapy was managed by another company as a third party. But you were still part of MFA, which I didn't understand. After this, after I smoke this, I'm going to also go visit a place every Friday. We would go as a group and eat lunch and have a lemonade. I'm just reminiscing in my head so many good times. Some of them bad towards the end. And anyways, just wanted to come here and do a quick video, kind of, and it's probably not going to be quick, but you know, hopefully I can get this down underneath, I don't know, 15 minutes or 20 minutes or half hour. Somebody has to go into a rehab place, they better have good loved ones, because the ones, I mean good loved ones that really care, not just show up and talk. I'm talking about good loved ones that go to the therapist, ask for exercises that they can help their loved ones with, and also ensure that they're getting fed well, not overly fed, because some people would get double plates, and those were the hefties. This is what happens when you talk. Your pipe goes out. See if I can do this. Most people have really bad memories as far as when they got medications. So, you know, there's 3 parts of skilled nursing: therapy, physical, occupational, speech, and then you have nursing, and then you have nutrition. Again, why the huddle house was used so much is because people had to go buy other food because the food that they were serving was pretty much unedible. It was probably frozen stuff that they just heated up. I'm just thinking of things that I can say to help you out. Well, leave it down below if you got somebody in a facility, or somebody that needs, you might need direction or how to discuss things with a facility. You know, that I would always tell patients, they'd be like, can you come back later? I'm tired. I'm like, hey, you know what? You get to sleep when you go home. Right now, it's called we got to get you back home. But sometimes, like when I first started here, I think it was Valentine's Day, they had like lobster. They did like filet mignon. When I left, they were doing steak. And I think you could have bought a better steak at the dollar store. Sad, right? Mashed potatoes were mashed and then they became instant. You know, that was the other part. Like, you'd go into a diabetic's room and they'd be like pancakes, pineapple bits, orange juice. You think that, you know, that's all good? Not for a diabetic, that ain't. Those blood sugar levels were flying, but you know, hey, inject them with insulin. All right, no, that's not the way to do it. 20, 22, 25, 30 units of insulin. Take care of your loved ones. They need a voice. And again, when you have somebody that doesn't have a good memory, so they don't even remember if they got their meds this morning, or, you know, tell them to write a log. But a lot of times those logs go disappearing because, you know, the staff will find it and discard of it, so it's not written down. Anyways, let's go eat something because I'm tired and I want to go back home. So we would get out and we would all walk across here. It's Grand Rodeo Mexican, I think it's grill. We would all just come in here and there'd probably be anywhere between 4, sometimes 12 of us when we would do this on a Friday. I've eaten here a couple times since then. I came down here for, you know, nostalgia and stuff like that, but you know, who knows how many more times I'm going to come to this place. So let's go in and get something to eat. And oh yeah, I'm going to go on the way home. I will discuss about the tobacco. Wrap this whole entire thing up. I hate to give that place a bad review. It's just sad. It's just sad where it's just sad. You know what? If you're gonna go that bad, just go out of business. Nothing more than Taco Bell. So to spend $42 on a vegetarian C and a margarita, and that includes tip, not worth it. Alright, so Milan Reflections. My God, what a wonderful tobacco. if you like aromatics, I would 100% say if you were to look at Milan, M-I-L-A-N, out of Roanoke, Virginia, beautiful tobacco. I mean, wonderful. Again, I'm not a master pipe smoker, but it was delightful to have such a nice, clean, fragrant, tasteful tobacco. So, thumbs up. Alright, let's see if we can move around this person. Oh. Alright, so I probably fast forwarded all through that, and I'm back to being clear again. Just know that if you don't take care of yourself, nobody's here to save you. We're all back home. We're all safe. Sad day today. Gonna go in. Look at that. Like what that guy does to his I would have done that to mine, but alright, people. Y'all know what time it is, right? Oh, Jesus. And let's embrace the suck. And look, yep, it's the same place that we always end. So, you can be an ultra marathoner and die in a trail, killed by a bear, which sounds like most women want to be killed by a bear anyways, because they feel safer with a bear than a man. You know, with most soy boys, you know what, ladies, you know what, I'd go with the bear too, because at least that death is going to be quick and fast. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Flying spaghetti monster, bless me. Oh, I should open up the shield. Whew. That was close. I was going to splatter the shield.